All right, y'all. Get into this sick story. A 27-year-old Wisconsin woman has been charged with raping a 13-year-old boy because he made her horny. Yes, a 13-year-old boy made her horny. The woman allegedly had sex 3 separate times, and she even threatened to have the victim beaten because he cheated on her in her no chin. Funky, take it away, please, and please leave no crumbs.
Listen, shit, she didn't leave no damn crumbs. It ain't no crumbs for it ain't no crumbs for the leave. She is nasty. She need to be put in jail. If this was a man, you want to know what's so funny? And even now, as we talk about sexual abuse or whatever, when it's a woman to man, it still doesn't invoke the same level of rage in us that it is when it's man to the girl. You know what I'm saying? Because like even now, we're going to make jokes of it, but every ounce of anger that we get when a man does it needs to be done to Petunia the pig right here, because this is wrong, this is nasty, this is rape. She raped this young boy. We need to stop using colorful language, and we need to use language that describes it at its most horrific level. This is rape. She didn't sexually assault him. She raped him repeatedly, and she needs to be thrown under the jail. But the one thing that I can respect about her that the men don't do is that they try to come up with excuses when she just told the flat out truth. I looked at him and that Tootsie cat got hot.
Can we see her picture production one more time? Because Funky just called her Petunia the pig.
That was Porky's wife, Petunia. I mean, quiet as it's kept, she looked like a young Mama June from Honey Boo Boo. That's what she
Yes, she do.
Al, what you got to say about this, sir? What you think?
You know, I mean, I listen, I was prepared to come on here and agree with everything that Funky said. It's true. She should be put underneath the jail. This is definitely considered rape. She lured a 13-year-old boy with a vape and chocolate cookies. I'm sure she got more victims. But then I had to think about my childhood and growing up with my family, and most of the dudes that I hang out with, we all kind of share a similar story. When we were young, our first sexual experience was with older women.
How much older than?
I mean, they were probably grown women. I mean, I'm thinking back now. I definitely knocked off some older women in my 16, 17, 18 that I probably shouldn't have been messing with. But I think as I sit around my friends, my other male friends, they have very similar stories as mine. Like, I think that's where we got the best practice. And
do you feel traumatized by it or not? Or were you like, no, it was kind of cool?
I got to be honest with you. I'm from the South, so that was almost
right
like
yeah,
rites of passage. It was also like, oh, he, you know, that little dude, he got it going on. He pulling all the women, like that type of situation. I know that for a fact with my cousins and, you know, my other male friends, especially athletes.
It's time for Black people to rewrite the narrative, because Al is absolutely right. It is praised upon. I mean, that's why it don't hit the same way. You know what I'm saying? It's like boys are looked at as like players, gigolos. Oh, you know, he blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But it feels like in this instance that this young man kind of didn't want it. You know what I'm saying? He's expressing the fact that now she's acting crazy, and when I told her I didn't want to do it no more, she threatened me, so on and so forth. So, you know, it's wrong. But I guess, you know, to Al's point, if he would have been like 16 and she would have been like 25 and he enjoyed it, wanted to do it, I'd be more willing to turn a blind eye. But 13 is way too young.
We have a comment in the chat before we go to break. Rosemary Watson says the woman can't penetrate the man or boy, so that's probably why it's not looked upon the same. And she did still say she does know that she needs to go to jail. She's an older honey boo boo.